Hey everyone! Welcome back to Health Angel Solutions. Today, we're going to talk about how you can naturally raise your T3 levels. As a thyroid patient, you should be concerned about your T3 levels for one simple reason. T3 is hundreds of times more biologically active than any other thyroid hormone in your body. There are four types of thyroid hormones: T1, T2, T3, and T4. Most of the time, we talk about T4 and T3, not T1 and T2, because these are the ones with the highest biological activity. Of the two, T3 has hundreds of times more biological activity than T4. Therefore, if you want to feel better, have more energy, grow hair again, lose weight, stop being cold all the time, etc., you should concentrate on increasing the amount of T3 your body has available so that your thyroid and body can use it properly. But how do we do that? There are two different ways that you can kind of approach this issue. I have two methods that I refer to as easy and not so easy. The not so easy method is still relatively easy, and we will discuss it more. So, what is the easy method? The simplest way to raise your T3 levels is to visit your doctor and request a prescription for Cytomel or liothyronine, which are prescription thyroid medications that only contain T3. If you take these three medications, your T3 levels will rise. It's really that simple. Taking T3 will raise your T3 levels. It's not difficult to grasp or complex. Unfortunately, even though that is simple, getting a prescription from your doctor is difficult. This is the hard part. Doctors prefer not to prescribe T3, so that's why we're talking about the difficult route. The difficult route involves a number of natural ways to support your body's natural production of T3, which is why we're concentrating on the topics we're focusing on today. I'll go over about 6 or 7 of those here, and as we discuss them, it will become clearer. First and foremost, as a thyroid patient, you should think about optimizing key nutrients. Here's how the body functions. It takes T4 and converts it to either T3 or, let's just call it, T3. It's like a fork in the road that can go either way. One way to encourage the conversion of T4 to T3 rather than T4 to reverse T3 is to take certain nutrients that the body needs for that process to occur. All you're doing then is observing the conversion process and asking your body what it needs to make this happen. You can take certain nutrients to make sure it has what it needs for this process to happen naturally on its own. These include several that you probably already know, like zinc and selenium. For thyroid patients, zinc and selenium are essential nutrients since they support several thyroid processes and functions within the body. If you aren't taking these nutrients now, you should think about doing so. They'd also aid in the conversion of T4 to T3. One other option is the guggul extract, which I use frequently in some of my supplements. It has the potential to aid in the conversion process, though I wouldn't say it is very effective. Another option is to concentrate on taking antioxidant or anti-inflammatory supplements, as the more inflammation in your body, the more likely it is that you will take T4 and convert it to reverse T3. If you can say to your body, hey, here are these supplements to reduce inflammation, let's encourage the conversion of T4 to T3 and not T4 to reverse T3. Conversion procedure? As a thyroid patient, that's basically how you can think about using supplements to either improve T4 to T3 conversion or block or reduce T4 to reverse T3 conversion. Hopefully that makes sense. Kindly ask any queries you may have in the space provided for comments below. Number 2. I want you to concentrate on improving your gut health. When I say that, a lot of people raise their hands in confusion. So, let me explain in plain terms what I mean. First of all, let me just say that thyroid patients are more likely to experience gastrointestinal issues. And that is due to the effect that thyroid hormone has on your gut. This is problematic for a number of reasons, including the fact that a large amount of your food and nutrients are absorbed in your gut, and that a large number of bacteria there interact or interfere with the hormones in your intestinal tract to affect your skin, brain, and other organs. For these reasons, it is crucial that you maintain good gut health. Additionally, there are approximately 20 to 30%, depending on the study, of 4 to 3 conversion occurring in the gut. So how does T3 increases naturally? Let's find out, but first, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video. Therefore, if you have a lot of inflammation, damage, or other issues in your gut, it will limit how much of that 20% that can occur there. Even if you take 5 of that 20 and are now at 15, that's still a significant amount of 3. So you may be able to improve that conversion process by improving your gut. How can you tell if you have gut problems? I want you to make a list of all the symptoms you experience. You shouldn't have any gut-related symptoms. So they include discomfort of any kind, including pain in the abdomen, constipation, diarrhea, or any issues with stools. By the way, you shouldn't have gas. Bloating and acid reflux are not something you should experience. There shouldn't be any food intolerances or other intestinal tract symptoms, but if you experience any pain or discomfort after eating or at any point during the day, it indicates that there is a problem with your intuition. Since there are many different things that can go wrong with the gut, you'll probably need someone to help guide you. However, I can tell you the top 3 gut issues that I see most frequently in thyroid patients, so you can look for these 3 things in particular. They include an H. pylori infection, which is a bug that lives in your stomach and can cause a number of problems, including having Hashimoto's. The second condition is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, which is simply an overgrowth of bacteria inside the small intestine. It can cause a multitude of issues, including inflammation, and third is acid reflux, because the thyroid affects the production of acid in the stomach once more. If you're unsure of where to begin, consider these top 3 possibilities, as there's a chance you have one or more of these issues now. You might fall into a different category, have a parasite, or have other problems. I know we're talking about 3, but if you can reduce your reverse 3 levels due to that conversion process, you will inevitably increase your 3. Alright, so I can't account for everything, but this is a good starting point if you want to improve your gut number 3 because, as you may recall, there is a fork in the conversion process where your body can either turn 4 into 3 or reverse to 3. Therefore, if you promote the T4 to 3 conversion process, you will inevitably reduce the T4 to reverse 3 process because there is only one option either way. And if it is going in the wrong direction, that is a serious issue. If you can apply brakes to that, however, it will then force it and push it to produce more 3. That's kind of how I want you to conceptualize this. So, how can you lower reverse 3 levels or lessen the conversion of 4 to reversed 3s? I'd like you to think about these 4 proposals. First, avoid calorie-restricted diets. I know that many thyroid patients struggle with weight gain, and I have a ton of videos explaining why this is the case, as well as how to help you lose weight. However, cutting back on calories is one of the worst things you can do if you have a thyroid condition because it promotes the production of more reversed 3. That's a big problem, because this can lower your 3 levels, which will lower your metabolism and cause a variety of hypothyroid symptoms. You don't want to do that. Therefore, if you're currently following a calorie-restricted diet or are cutting calories, either consciously or unconsciously, stop doing that and stop doing it. Utilize high-intensity interval training. Number 2. We'll discuss additional exercises shortly, but this one is very useful for lowering reverse T3 levels. Number 3. To monitor your leptin levels, you must understand the idea of leptin resistance. Gaining weight is commonly linked to leptin resistance. I know we're talking about natural remedies, and that's still true, but there is a time and place to use 3 medications to flush out that reverse 3 levels to sort of restart or reset the system. In fact, in almost every case, and also in thyroid patients, it tends to be more common in thyroid patients because of the interaction between your thyroid and leptin levels and leptin signaling and so on. However, you do want to be aware of leptin resistance, and you can check for that and treat it if it is present. Number 4, consider using 3 medications. Hence, occasionally that is required in certain situations, even if you follow all the advice I've given you. Eating a balanced diet, exercising, taking supplements, and so on. You may still have high reversed 3 levels, which will affect your 3 levels. In these situations, you may need to flush the excess out of your body by taking 3 medications, such as Cytomel or liothyronine, but don't get upset or frustrated about it. You can start with all the things we've covered today and return to it only if necessary, okay? The 4th, verify your iron levels or ferritin status, because several research have shown that low iron affects 3:4 ratios. Iron is necessary for the synthesis of thyroid hormone, so it's likely not the case that low iron affects 4:3 conversion as it did for the other systems we discussed. We observed that low iron levels prevent the body from producing enough thyroid hormone, which causes the levels between 4 and 3 to widen. This widening is problematic because 3 levels will drop even if they drop simultaneously. There will always be a gap between 3 and 4. If this gap persists, thyroid patients may experience hypothyroid symptoms or worse because there is insufficient thyroid hormone produced by the body. This is why you are concerned about ferritin, which is also the reason you are concerned about iron. I have discussed iron previously in relation to hair loss, and since the thyroid affects the absorption of iron in the intestines, you are also more susceptible to iron deficiency. Many people are unaware of how to test for iron deficiency, so I am telling you now that the best way to find out if you have an iron deficiency is to order a ferritin test. Additionally, be aware that ferritin can affect 4:3 ratios and levels of 3 to reverse 3. So you should know that it's really simple to check for. All you really need to do is get your ferritin tested and make sure it's at an adequate level. If you'd like to view that in greater depth, you may visit. I've also made further videos on that subject. Number 5. Focus on liver health. This should be the most important thing to do, but it's at number 5, so you can take that for what it's worth. However, just know that the liver is where the majority of the thyroid's 4:3 conversion happens. As I mentioned earlier, 20% of liver dysfunction occurs in the gut, with the majority occurring inside the liver. Therefore, maintaining optimal liver health is crucial. At the moment, the leading cause of liver dysfunction in the United States, or at least the leading cause that is emerging, is insulin resistance, which is typically related to diet and has to do with blood sugar levels, diabetes, and other conditions. As a result, many patients have this condition but do not yet have overdiabetes. But even before they reach their destination, they begin to experience problems with their liver, which slows down, dumbs it down, and makes it less functional than it was. This can be observed in a lab test as an elevation of AST and ALT, 2 markers of liver function. Additionally, as this happens, it affects your liver's ability to convert 4:3. So if you are serious about raising your 3 levels, you must look into liver function. There are several ways to do this. I'll just quickly review these points. However, there are a few things you can do, such as consuming sulfur-containing veggies, which are beneficial for detoxification. Cruciferous vegetables are also excellent. You should abstain from alcohol completely. You should also limit your intake of sugar, especially if you have insulin resistance or are at the early stages of the condition or even have slightly elevated AST and ALT levels. You can also take supplements like milk thistle, dandelion, turmeric, ginseng, and calcium diglycerate, all of which support the liver's optimal function. Thus, if you're listening to this, you probably have a thyroid issue because we're talking about raising ferritin levels, which almost guarantees that you also have an adrenal issue because your thyroid will be dragging down your adrenals. Of course, this can also happen the other way around. It's possible that your adrenals were the issue from the start, which would also cause your thyroid to decline. What matters is that they both decline together, and you can treat the adrenals, just not in the same way as you would treat your thyroid. Therefore, if you have a thyroid condition, You typically take thyroid medication, thyroid supplements, and so forth. These contain nutrients, ingredients, medications, and hormones that help the thyroid function, but they don't help the adrenal function. Therefore, while treating your thyroid condition won't always improve your adrenal health, you should occasionally and frequently focus on improving the health of your adrenals as well. You can easily do this by taking supplements like adrenal glandulars and adrenal adaptogens. For this reason, I believe these to be the top 5 most important supplements for thyroid patients. Although there are situations in which treating the thyroid can improve the adrenals, which of course, I won't even say, it's usually not the case and you need to treat both separately, even though one drags the other down. Finally, for number 7, we'll be talking about exercise. Exercise is a very simple thing to do if you're not already doing it. I know I've harped on it previously, and I don't want to beat a dead horse here. But you do need to know that exercise is a free and natural way to increase both T4 and T3 levels. Engage in daily physical activity. It need not be strenuous. I previously mentioned that you can use high-intensity interval training, which is generally beneficial for reducing reverse T3 levels. But you don't have to do that to just increase your T4 to 3 levels. Do yoga, Pilates, or bar work. Whatever you do, get out and move. Getting moving is better than doing nothing, and it will help your thyroid function. Yes, I am aware that many thyroid patients experience fatigue, which may affect your ability to exercise. But it won't completely prevent you from exercising. You still need to push your body, whether it's by walking around doing light chores, gardening, or doing anything else. As you push your body, you'll see a commensurate rise in T4 and T3 levels as you reduce inflammation, improve neurotransmitter function, and so on. Make sure you exercise. There are a lot of videos online that explain how to do that, but it's important to mention because it's one simple way to achieve that. These are the more difficult ways to improve T4 to 3 conversion, which will raise T3 levels. Once more, there might be circumstances where taking 3 thyroid medications like Cytomel and liothyronine is necessary. Although you can always start with these things first, I completely accept that this is the case. So, if you're not sure where to start or have been told that your thyroid lab test revealed low T3 levels, here's what you should do. Start here, use these supplements, make these lifestyle changes, and you should see an improvement in your T3 levels. If you have any questions regarding this, or if there's anything unclear, please leave your comments below, and I'll try my best to respond. As we wrap up this video on how to increase free T3 system, and a personalized approach is crucial for long-term success. At Health Angel Solutions, we're dedicated to empowering you with the knowledge and tools you need to take control of your health. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with friends or family who might benefit from this information, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update. We're constantly bringing you the latest tips and insights on health and wellness. So stay tuned for more content that will help you live your healthiest life. Remember, your health is your greatest asset. Let's work together to protect and enhance it every day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.